Wonderful good day, ladies and gentlemen, and I'm your host, Jochen Steiger, today, Commodity TV, here in partnership with Dukascopy TV. And I'm very happy to be here in Geneva, in the studio already with Alain Lambert, who's the co-founder and chairman, and of course also the new CEO of Cyprium Mining. Well, first of all, Alain, thanks for taking the time, and maybe you can give us a little bit an idea what you are doing with your company.
Johan, it's great to be with you again. And yes, so Cyprium is a mining company that's located in Mexico. We love Mexico. Why do we love Mexico? There's plenty of old mines that are at surface, ready to be picked up, ready to be bought, and to be put back into production. Because what we're building is a profitable mining company. And if you want to do that, you got to be buying mines that can be put back in production quickly and very inexpensively also.
Yeah, it's like small-scale mining you start now, right?
That's right. You start the small-scale mining, you get some cash flow, and then you develop some big mines.
Super. Next question. What are your projects so far? Just give us an idea.
Yeah, we have 4 key assets, all in the state of Chihuahua in northern Mexico, just by the Texan border. One is an old copper-silver mine called Las Cristinas. We have a processing plant to transform mineralized material into concentrate called in a city called Aldama. And we also announced a significant joint venture where we're going to acquire the rights for 20 years for one of the largest silver mines that was operating in Mexico and the processing plant that comes with the mine.
Great. And you have also one exploration, I think it's La Chinche, right?
Oh, that's right. I didn't mention that. But with the joint venture, that's right. Just south of the mine, that's produced over 18 million tons of minerals over 60 years. There's an exploration property called La Chinche, unexplored. So we're going to create some cash flow, take some of that cash, and go explore the property south to the mine. Perfect.
I think it's very important to mention that you already started to generate cash flow, because in those, I would say, tough times in the mining environment, it's important to make money instead of diluting shareholders and always to raise money. So with the Aldama plant, let's get a bit more in detail with the plant. How much you are producing today?
Yes. Johan, as you and I have discussed, right? Our view is that mining is like any other business. You need to produce cash, right? You can't always be getting the cash from your shareholders, because then you dilute the shareholders and there's nothing left at the end if you're not careful. So we have this processing plant, which we're going to use for our own projects. But in the meantime, we use this plant for toll milling. So every month we got miners, they bring in their material, we process it, we turn it into concentrate, and we help them sell the concentrate to one of the largest commodities trader in the world.
Do you own the company? The company, of course, you own the company, but do you own the plant, of course, the Aldama plant, or how does it work?
We don't own the plant, and we don't want to own the plant. Here's why: because capital is scarce. You got to be careful about your cash. So the deal that we did with the owner is that we have the exclusive right to use this plant for 5 years on a variable cost basis. So I don't need to build it for $2 million. I don't need to buy it for $3 million. I get to use it. The more I use it, the more I pay. The less I use it, the less I pay.
And you're working with flotation, as we can see here, very impressively. And you do it by 100 tons now per day?
The plant capacity currently is 100 tons. By the end of the year, it'll be 200 tons. We've already made significant investments. There's a total of 400,000 that we are investing in the plant currently to double the capacity, and also to make it one of the most modern, independent third-party plant in the state of Chihuahua, so that we attract more and more miners to come and say, I want to do business with these people because they're very professional, and their plant is a first-class plant.
Where do you see the maximum capacity of this plant by now?
Well, it will be 200 by the end of the year, but there's enough land, and a lot of the equipment is scalable, so we can push it a little bit further next year, but that depends on our production plan.
Okay, great. Let's come to your most important deal. You're just finalizing with the Potosi mine. Please give us an idea here. What are you doing? It's a joint venture, right?
Yes, that's right. So it's we have the controlling majority of 53% to start with, for $2.5 million that we're going to invest in the next year and a bit. And the more we're going to invest, the more we're going to own. And in that joint venture, there's the historic Potosi mine. It's one of the most well-known, famous mine in northern Mexico. It's been owned by the same family for 3 generations. They shut it down in the 90s when there was a strike. The family was rich enough to close it, and then they thought that this was the right time to put it back into production, and they needed a partner, and they came to us, and we were able to do the deal.
Fantastic. So can you give us an idea? It's nearby Chihuahua, right? And what grades we are talking there? Can you just like a little bit of an overview?
Yes.
Because I think it's a very prospective mine still.
Yes. Right? So it's just outside Chihuahua. So think about this, right? So I leave the office in the morning. I get in my pickup truck. 30 minutes later, paved road all the way, I'm at this historic mine. And it's known as a rich mine. And the grades are between 180 to 200 grams of silver per ton. And there's also lead and zinc, and those vary between 4 to 6% each. So combined, say 8 to 12. So it's really rich rocks, and we have all of the historical data as part of the deal. It's all been preserved, and all the drilling results. We know exactly where to go.
Fantastic. So you start to exploit that, of course. But I think in addition, what is also important to mention when we're quite close to the end, you did a deal with Trafigura, one of the largest commodity traders in the world. I think it's not quite normal as you are a small company with like $5-6 million market cap. And Trafigura, you did a deal to buy your concentrate. Can you comment a bit on that?
Exactly.
And so I think we see here that's the harbor of Manzanillo,
the harbor,
right?
And you see the concentrate there that's being loaded on a ship that's going to go to China. So you're right. So when we announced the Potosi joint venture, we also announced our transaction with Trafigura. So it's a 6-year offtake agreement. All of the concentrate that we will produce out of the Potosi mine during that period, we will sell to Trafigura. Because it's one thing to mine, it's one thing to mill, but you also have to have the end market.
Absolutely.
And approach this as something that's very sophisticated way and get a good offtake agreement right from the start. So you got to have all the pieces lined up.
But it speaks also for your quality, because you have to produce also a certain quality of concentrate. And it speaks, for yourself with what we saw, the deal-making ability.
Thank you for the compliment. But the truth is, actually, yes, they know the mine. They know the mine, yes, but they also know the plant at Aldama. Okay, and they've been doing business with us in Aldama, and also with the owner before we got involved last year. So they have great confidence in us, I think, and we look forward to a very, very profitable relationship with them. And yes, we intend to deliver them not only some good concentrate, but a lot of concentrate.
Perfect. Our last slide here, I see we have 41 million shares out, and also I think the management directors are over 10%.
Yep, that's pretty much me.
Yes.
And our directors, all of our directors
you
also
paid for the shares, right?
I
was
paid
not
for
given as a present to you.
No, I paid for every single share, and I've participated in every financing, because I believe that if it's good for my friends or people that are in financial institutions, it should be good for me, right? So I participate every time.
Great, perfect. Well, then, Alain, thank you very much. All the best for the future, and keep us posted, please. And next time you're in Geneva, we look forward to host you again.
My pleasure. Thanks for having me.
Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, that was Commodity TV in conjunction with Dukascopy TV. Well, you heard it, Cyprium Mining, very interesting company. Alain said it already. And it's not only that they are doing exploration, they are already in production, generating cash flow, and they will grow the company significantly in the next 3 to 6 months and also over the next years. Check it out. Thanks, and bye-bye for watching us.